wanted to ask you about classes. How do you find it? And this is your first time when you try to do microblading.
Yes,
Yeah? So,
this was my first time taking a microblading course. I've never done any sort of tattooing or permanent makeup.
Why did you decide to take classes? So why exactly?
It was interesting, actually. I had the person that I work with asked me if I'd be interested in doing it, and I had never thought about it before. But I thought if I ever did want to take a class, I would want to take a class with Irina.
Why?
So why? Because you are the industry leader. You're known as the best in the industry.
I don't know about this. It's so nice to
I
meet
know.
you.
I know that you're the best. So it
Thank
was
you.
funny because then 2 days later, Shador School of Aesthetics posted that they were hosting you. And I said, oh, this must be a sign,
Maybe.
my angel. So I called and spoke with Dior and signed up immediately. It was very expensive, but it was so important to me. I found the money, and it was well worth it. It was just such an amazing class.
So, what did you think when you saw first model I did because it's probably first time when you see in real microblading process and microblading results, yeah?
Yeah.
So, how did you find it? Because our model, you remember, doesn't have any eyebrows. It just was tiny parts of eyebrows, and we reconstructed. So, how it looked like for somebody who see it first time?
So I did a lot of research online to see what your technique looked like compared to other people's. And the reason why I wanted to study with you was because it looked so realistic. And I've seen so many bad tattoos, traditional tattoo and also bad microblading. When I actually saw it in person, I was even more amazed and shocked because you really cannot tell that it is fake, that it is tattoo or ink. It looks real. And her skin did not look damaged or red or inflamed. And a lot of the photos I saw, the skin looked very traumatized. She looked perfect. And her eyebrows were perfection. It was amazing to me, and it just made me even more excited to learn the technique because it is going to be something so different for me to be able to offer in this market here that nobody else is doing. It's so elegant and so beautiful and so natural looking. And it's particularly here in the Pacific Northwest, that is what women like. They like the natural look. Yeah. They like, they're not so diva, you know?
Yes, of course.
And I love that I can do something more glam if I want to, or if the client wants it, but I can also keep it very tender and very elegant and just beautiful, And I think it'll change the way a lot of people think about brow tattooing.
Yeah. And how did you find classes? If it was enough information there, tricks or something, because it was pretty short but intense.
Yeah.
So how did you find it?
I think the classes were very intense. I felt so challenged, but at the same time, I felt like it was attainable. So even though I found it to be very challenging and something so totally new for me to do, and I've done brow extensions, and I do a lot of eyebrow shaping, but this was so different. But I felt like my mind was stretching, and I was learning a new skill that could really help me in the future grow to be a better business person, make more money, and I just fell in love. My heart was so full, like I can't wait to do this for real. It's so awesome. And then today, I wanted to cry when Natalia was helping me, and she showed me just a slight change in how I held my hand, and it made such a huge difference. And I realized that's what it's going to be like as I practice and practice and practice. Little techniques, will come. But today, working with my client, it was like my heart was so full, and she was so happy, and I was so happy. And
how did you find the ready job? This is your first model, and you saw so many pictures and in Instagram everywhere with microblading, and you told there are plenty of not so good pictures, yeah. So this is your first job, and I, as teacher, found it pretty good. Sometimes it's really better than somebody's job, kind of professional job. So how you find it? You, exactly you. Then I saw your model and you almost cried together, hugging. But yeah, but when you saw your ready result, well, what did you think?
I was overjoyed because that's my first model, and I know it's nowhere near as good as I'm going to be,
Yeah.
but it was still so beautiful, to be
Yeah.
able to have your first model look like I could charge money for that
Yeah.
was amazing to me. It was beautiful. It was so, it flowed, and she loved it and I loved it, and it was subtle, and it was so beautiful. But to know in my heart that this is my first one,
Yeah.
and I know, like when I learned volume lashing, the first one, you're so proud, it looks good, but 3 months later, a year later, your work is going to look so amazing. I can't even imagine what my work is going to look like in a year.
Yeah, you had really difficult model and you did great job yourself. I almost didn't help you. Just no, you did it yourself, and I really enjoyed how you did it. So
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.